Some more common survivor questions. Why do you feel like you miss them, even after everything they did to you? Was it love, or was it something else entirely? What you feel isn't pure love, it's attachment, trauma bonding, and symbolic longing. You're not just missing them, you're missing the version of you that came alive under their gaze. You're missing the shared fantasy, the illusion of being fully seen, chosen, and validated. MPIT shows that this ache is real, but it doesn't mean you should go back. It means you bonded through survival, not safety. Sometimes I still hope they contact me, even just to apologise. What does that say about me? Why can't I fully let go? It says you're human, you're wired for repair. The longing for an apology is the child's hope that the bad object will turn good. But with a narcissist, this rarely happens, if ever. The apology you crave for is a wish for closure, not just with them, but your entire attachment history. Empit teaches that this hope can be honoured, but not fed. Real closure begins inside. I feel like I'm addicted to the relationship. Is this real? Can love actually become addictive? Yes, but it's not love you're addicted to. It's the neurochemical highs and lows of trauma bonding, the idealization, the dopamine surges, the sense of I matter followed by withdrawal. Pitt maps this as symbolic dependency loop. It isn't your fault. Your nervous system was hijacked. What you're feeling is withdrawal from a fantasy, not a healthy bond. Why do I keep imagining I could have said or done something differently? Why am I trying to fix something that's already gone? Because your internal world hasn't caught up with the external reality. You're not just replaying arguments, you're trying to regain authorship of a moment where you were made to feel powerless. Empit shows this is part of symbolic reintegration. You're attempting to rewrite the narrative so it makes sense. That's not madness, that's healing trying to happen. I used to feel so alive with him. How can I recreate that feeling without collapsing again? Was it even real? The feeling was real, but it was never sustainable. It came from libidinal activation, your redeemer self being mirrored, lit up, and it made the feel believe it had finally been chosen. Empit doesn't deny this aliveness, it explains it, and it teaches you how to build that aliveness again, safely, through secure connections and symbolic truth, not performance. I find myself mimicking their behaviours now: coldness, control, reactivity. Am I becoming them? You're not becoming them, you're surviving them. These traits aren't your identity. They're your body's attempt to self protect using learned scripts. MPIT sees this as introject co option, when part of the narcissist's affect are internalized as temporary shields. They can be undone. What you're seeing is the shadow, not the true self. Why do I feel like I betrayed myself? And why can't I forgive myself for staying? Well, because part of you knew, and that knowing was silenced. MPIT views this as symbolic fracture, the moment your truth self was overridden by the survival self. Forgiveness doesn't come through shame, it comes through grief. You stayed because you hoped, you stayed because you were trained to. Now you can leave, not just them, but the shame as well. I dream about them often. Sometimes they're kind, sometimes they're cruel. What do these dreams mean? This is your psyche trying to metabolize symbolic chaos. Empit treats dreams as symbolic residue, attempts to resolve the contradiction. How someone who once made you feel special can now feel like poison. These kind of dreams are the fantasy clinging on. The cruel ones are the truth breaking through. Both are part of the same loop. They will settle. I feel like there are voices in my head telling me I'm worthless. Are these mine or someone else's? They were given to you. M. Pitt defines these as narcissistic introjects, internalized fragments of how you were seen, spoken to, and treated. Over time, they become self talk. but they didn't start as yours. The task is to recognize, externalize, and disarm them. You are not the voice, you are the listener. I'm starting to realize that my sense of self was entirely built around how they saw me. Who am I now? You are not broken, you're unwritten. MPIT teaches that many survivors have built their identity through the gaze of others, especially in narcissistic systems. This is painful, but it's also freedom. You now get to author your own self, not just react to their projection. The self isn't lost, it's waiting. Peace out. Loads of love.